Go ahead and jump in here. We are now recording, so just so that you are aware. So thanks again for being here today. I know there's a lot going on in the world and your time is very limited and your bandwidth right now is probably also very limited. So today we're going to explore a couple different topics. So first, starting with what exactly is the chamber? So we're going to talk about that at the municipal level all the way up to the federal level. So that is the Canadian Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to focus specifically on what exactly the Esquimalt Chamber of Commerce does. And in tying that in, I'm going to just show you how you can take advantage of your membership to get all of these benefits that we offer. And lastly, if you're not a member of the chamber yet, but you're thinking, oh, is this the right group for me? I'll just talk a little bit briefly about the types of people that are typically attracted to the chamber and whether or not that's a good fit for you. If you guys do have any questions at any point, like please jump in. This doesn't need to be a super kind of formal thing. And your questions, somebody else might have the same question if anything's unclear. So what is a Chamber of Commerce? The pretty simple who, what, where, when, and why is that we are a group of business owners and leaders within the community. And a chamber is a voluntary business association. So we are not connected with the city or with the government. We're totally separate, which is great because that puts us in a position where we can advocate for businesses. So we're not funded through the city or the government. We're at arm's length from them, and we're just an independent business association. Each chamber, as you probably already know, has a defined geographical area. So ours is, of course, Esquimalt. Most chambers started in the early 1900s. I believe our chamber was actually incorporated in the 1940s. So we have been around for quite a while, and I think, you know, chambers go through all these different evolutions, but they're a really important part of business in the community. Why does a chamber exist? Well, we exist simply to further the interests of business and to improve economic, civil, and cultural well-being. So that is pretty much the most basic definition. What exactly does a Chamber of Commerce do? You might be wondering this. It's not always super obvious, and especially right now with our events being on hold, I think some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes isn't always at the forefront. So the two areas that we focus on is first and foremost, we act as a spokesperson for the business community, and we translate ideas and desires and wishes into action items. The second thing that we do is we offer products and services that benefit members. So I think most people probably know about this stuff, just like the group insurance plan, networking and events, advertising and marketing, and business resources. But what kind of goes on behind the scenes is this whole advocacy part. So the chamber, we write letters of support. We are usually contacted when a new development is considering coming into the community. I know Chris, our chamber president, and Barb consult quite frequently on issues that are related to the business community. And we also participate on task forces. So like I mentioned, I'm currently on the South Island Prosperity Partnership Retailers and Restaurants Task Force. So we're really working to come up with strategies right now to help those businesses with COVID-19. So all of that is made possible through your membership. We can do all of this advocacy and promoting business stuff because we have chamber members. If membership goes away, there's nobody really in the community that takes on this role. So it's a really important piece and a really important reason of why chambers exist. So by being part of your local chamber, you're actually part of a way bigger network of chambers. So just here on the island, for example, we're part of the South Island Chambers of Commerce. One of the initiatives that the South Island Chambers are working on is we're having discussions about the Island Rail Corridor. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with that project, but there's a big conversation happening amongst chambers of commerce and even at the BC Chamber of Commerce level about whether or not to activate the rail corridor, how we're going to do that, and what the impact is going to be on business. So above that sits, of course, at the provincial level, the BC Chamber of Commerce. Now, the BC Chamber of Commerce is very focused on setting policy that then gets pushed up to the federal government. So this is quite an important piece that they have. And if you go on their website, and I think I've included a link to it at the very end of the presentation, you can read all of the different policies that the BC Chamber of Commerce has actually published. And then once more, at the top of that is, of course, the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, and they work on policy, advocacy, international relations, and as well as advising the federal government. So by being part of our, small municipal chamber, you're actually part of a much bigger cause. So I think it's kind of nice to think about stuff both at the micro level and at the macro level. So the Canadian Chamber of Commerce is, of course, the organization that represents all businesses across the country. And by being part of the Esquimalt Chamber, you are a part of that. So who are we at the Esquimalt level? This is our fantastic board of directors. So today we have Jay and Helen with us. If you want to learn more about who is on our board of directors, you can just head on over to our website. We have a really great variety of directors with all different backgrounds that represent all different sectors of our local business community. So it's a fantastic group. I figured I would throw this in here to just introduce myself. I am new to Esquimalt. I've lived here for a grand total of 3 months with my husband in a teeny tiny apartment that was supposed to be temporary, but we're making it work. I'm an art historian by trade. I'm also an entrepreneur, and I own a company called Canadian Entertainers for Seniors. If you're in the Esquimalt Community Connection Facebook group, you might have seen my name a couple times because I am also the founder of ECA, which is the Esquimalt Community Arts Hub. We are trying to open an art gallery up here in Esquimalt, and if that's something you're interested in, definitely connect with me after this. So when we talk about advocacy at the local level through the Esquimalt Chamber of Commerce, you might be wondering, well, what are the areas that the Chamber is advocating for? So I've just done kind of a rough summary here of the things that our chamber is really focused on right now. So I would say the first priority is to minimize commuter culture. We really want to make sure that Esquimalt is a workable and livable community. We really want to kind of stop people from having to leave Esquimalt to commute to these other areas because that's not in the best interest for a local business. We want people living here, working here, eating lunch here, getting coffee here, because that's really how we build a thriving community. We support new developments, and again, if you go on our website, you can read all of the letters of support that the Chamber has written. And we kind of look to these following criteria of, does the project bring economic benefit? Is it going to have growth for the area? Will it help new residents? Is it going to grow your client base? So for example, the Chamber of Commerce has been very supportive of the Aragon development that Jay is a part of, the new town square development. So it's projects like that that the Chamber is very supportive of. We would also like to really promote Esquimalt as an arts and culture destination. I know that's a big vision for our chamber, and I believe that's something that Chris is working closely with the Township City Council on. And right now, of course, we're really focused on providing support for the COVID-19 economic recovery. So we have tons of great resources up on the website. If you read through our latest blog post, there is link after link after link of resource that you can take advantage of. So one of the big benefits of being a chamber member is that you can access our group insurance plan. And Sheila, who's with us here today on the Zoom call, you can get in touch with her. But this really is a huge benefit because if you are a solopreneur, it can be really tough to qualify for extended health and dental benefits on your own. So the chamber group insurance plan is really fantastic for that. Another benefit of being a member is that you can take advantage of our quiet space. So if you are like me, if you are living in a teeny tiny space with your spouse or family members who might be home all the time and you just need a break, you can give us a shout and we can talk about space rental. But this is a great, clean, very sanitary area. It's usually just me in the office, so we don't have a ton of traffic flowing through. If you need a clean meeting space, just give us a shout and we can let you know more about booking that. So another benefit of membership is that you can now take part in our events and networking. So offerings just like today, we did do a virtual mixer 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, losing track of time here, by Zoom. And we are looking to bring on more virtual events. We're tentatively planning another mixer for the middle of July. So stay posted for that. Pre-COVID, the Chamber was doing our annual luncheon. We were having guest speakers in. We've had local politicians in. And every year we participate in the 5 Chambers event with all of the kind of local Greater Victoria Chambers of Commerce. So that's a huge benefit of your membership. A new initiative that we're launching is an ambassador program. So this is kind of like the one-on-one welcome wagon for when you join the Chamber, but it's really so much more than that. It's also just an opportunity to kind of connect with members on a bit of a deeper level. So if you're interested in being an ambassador, please give me a shout. The benefit of this is that you do get to have more opportunities to connect with people one-on-one, and we kind of promote and advertise you as well on our website. So it's just another great free kind of marketing opportunity. And
I will do that.
You're into that, Sheila? Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to take notes, right?
You may have to take a few notes here and there. But you also get kind of insider access to any new programs that the Chamber is coming up with. And we will be offering either discounted or complimentary event tickets for ambassadors. So it kind of just sweetens the deal. So let me know if you're interested in that. Another thing that the Chamber does is we have a ton of advertising and marketing opportunities. And on this note, this is kind of like my plug, I guess, for the Chamber. Your membership is really what you make of it. So if you have blog posts, if you have content, if you have social media posts, if you have graphics, anything like that, that you want us to share for you, all you have to do is send it to me. So this is kind of one of those things where the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So please don't be shy. If you have a media release, anything like that, just an update, please send it my way, because this is the whole reason that you're a member, is to really promote yourself, promote your business, and promote your content. That's my spiel about marketing and advertising. You are also very welcome at any point in time now to drop by our office and drop off any print material. So if you have posters, if you have business cards that you'd like to leave here, I do get a few people coming in and out. So that's just another advantage that you get with your membership. So one thing I wanted to kind of highlight was that through your membership, you receive a business listing on our website. I'm not sure how many of you may have already checked out our member directory, but the member directory isn't just limited to our website. It actually helps your Google SEO ranking. So this is like a huge boost. Normally you'd have to pay for this by doing like a Google ad or some type of digital promotion, but through your Chamber membership, we create a business listing for you. And when people are searching for your business, it can just really help you appear on that first page of Google. So this is another great benefit. I do have a garbage truck outside now, so I apologize if you're getting a little bit of ambient noise. It's they're just doing the recycling, but they should be gone in a sec here, so sorry about that. But again, through the Chamber, you have access to all of these resources. So whether it's reaching out to our board of directors if you have a question or if you have an issue that you need some help with, currently our Chamber President, Chris, and Helen are working with a local business to help them get some zoning and some permitting sort of pushed through the city. So that's something that our board is really here for you if you need any help with that. You can also just fire me an email. I have business experience, and I'm always happy to help answer questions or if I can point you in the right direction. Our website and our e-newsletter are also fantastic resources. So please take advantage of this. This is all stuff that you get through your membership. So a little taste of some projects that are upcoming with the Chamber. We are going to start doing a monthly development update. A lot of people have been asking us, what's going on with the town square? When is that project going to be finished? Or what's going on with the development on Admirals? So we're going to start doing a monthly e-newsletter with updates on that. Jay, if you have any information that you want to send me, or if you want to put me in touch with someone from your comms team, let's connect on that, because I would love to get that content in there.
Making a note.
Okay, awesome. We're also setting up a page on our website all about setting up businesses in Esquimalt. So that's going to have resources and guides on how to open a business in Esquimalt. And we'll be getting some direction from the city on maybe things to include on that. We're also noodling around the idea of setting up a mentorship program and how exactly that might look. I definitely throw that out to members. If you've been part of a mentorship group that's been really successful, please let me know. Please also let me know what types of things you might be looking for. I've seen a number of different programs myself, whether it's one-on-one mentoring or group mentoring. So we're kind of talking about that and exploring what that program might look like. We're also going to be bringing some more virtual events. This week, I've been reaching out to members with different skill sets that we really want to share back with our members. So again, I throw that on to you. And if you have a skill or, some sort of, I guess, skill or resources that you think our members would benefit from, let me know, because we can always set up some type of virtual event just like this where you have the opportunity to share that. It's really great promotion for your business and for what you do, and it benefits our members. So it's kind of like a win-win. So if you're thinking about joining the chamber and you're like, oh, I don't know, is this the right fit for me? I just kind of put together some attributes of the types of people that the chamber typically attracts. So we definitely are a group of people who want to contribute to the community. We advocate for business. We're a group of people who like to stay really well informed. So if any of that kind of resonates with you, give me a chat after this and we can talk about membership. And that's kind of my link, my list of resources. I will, after this, send this presentation out to everybody who was here today. But yeah, that's kind of what the chamber does. Did anybody have questions about that, comments, anything you'd like to add? Maybe I didn't catch everything. I open it up to you guys. So
I'd love to ask a question around your building connections. One of the things that I'm always asked is, we want to set up our business in Esquimalt. What space is available? This comes from everywhere from the film industry to medical practitioners all across the board. I'm wondering if the chamber, through your building connections, is monitoring what spaces are available. Are you a place that I can send these people to say, go to the chamber? They have information around what's available, what the cost might be, some of those things?
absolutely, Barb. And I am super in touch with that right now because I'm looking for a space for ICA. So that's absolutely something that is like hyper at the top of my radar. So yes, that's an excellent question and a really good point. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'll be sending you the film industry and Island Health.
Awesome, great.
Thanks.
I've got a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to bring up, like today I just posted a bunch of jobs on Indeed for our development. And I mean, moving forward, we're going to be quite a large employer. We're going to have the hotel, plus we've got another development. And I think as members, possibly, it's just an idea I'm throwing out there, is that if who was a member of the chamber, that there could possibly be a link connected to, if you're looking, because it's always better to have people from your community working in that community. It's better if we already bring up the environmental impact of that and keeping people close. So I would love to hire people that live in this community for these roles, but I go through Indeed. It'd be great if we could link in and say, members can come and you can look on the Esquimalt site, and draws more people over.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah. is it jobs you've posted right now? Are they for the construction or are they for?
We are. I'm looking for a deficient. I mean, if anyone knows anybody, it's deficiency painter, which is very detailed. Men or women. I find women are really, really good at it. But I've got an amazing painter right now, but there's just too much work. I need another one. I also need, we need carpenters and framers, and skilled labor. Someone who's a real, like even a young person who's a real go-to, wants to learn. We'll teach them how to use tools, everything. We just want the attitude to come with it.
Yeah.
I may have a couple of names for you. And do you need anybody doing commercial flooring?
No, we have island floors doing all our commercial
Okay,
stuff.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think I have an excellent detailed painter, and it is a woman, and she's a contractor. And when I had her work for me, amazing.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, I'll get her name.
Thank you.
And I also, can I just, sorry, before we go, is just say how happy I am to see Laura Beth here. I think Chris and, yeah, it's just wonderful. Chris and Helen have done a wonderful job as board members, but they must be relieved to have somebody else along. And I think that Chris and Helen did a great job of finding the best they could find. I think Esquimalt's very, very lucky, and I'm so happy to have you here.
I
Thank
can't
you so
take
much
credit for it. I know Chris was the one that came to me and said that this lady comes highly recommended, and I'm not sure where the recommendation came from. Might have even been from ERC. I'm Esquimalt Roasting Company, not quite sure, but yeah, we're very, very happy to have Laura Beth on board. Definitely helping her in the direction we want to go, and definitely lighting a fire under some of the projects that just the board doesn't have time to do because we all have jobs and things. So this is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Laura Beth.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that.
I also wanted to add, if there was a place to add volunteer opportunities too, because that's something at the market we are always trying to get people to do. And if it was people from the business community volunteering at other people's bits and pieces, it would also help us have a better understanding of how this community operates. So
that would be good.
Yeah.
What kind of volunteers do you need?
People to help set up, people to take down, people to help direct traffic that we're looking for at this moment. But we're happy to have volunteers that are like, I like to take pictures. Can I come take pictures of things at your market? Yes, please. Can we use your pictures in our advertising? Thank you. And anyways, just anybody that has a skill that they'd like to offer to the market, we're usually willing to find some way to work with them because it does take many hands to make this thing move.
I'm thinking for Jay and Katrina yourself is high school students. I know it's a little bit hard this year with 1 week left, but is there any way to connect with the high school and even have a little, hey, high school students, here's where we're hiring or wanting volunteers could be an option?
I've tried. I had 1 year where the high school actually paired me with one teacher, and I had a lot of their international students come volunteer, and they were awesome. And but then they stopped at the end of the school year, and our market really takes off at the end of their school year. So for us, it's not ideal. And also nobody from the high school has answered my emails in 2 years since then. So unless you have a contact, no.
I think getting it on the chamber website and then sharing that on the local social media of a whole list of, here's some jobs that are available, here's some volunteer opportunities that are available. That would be a great thing, I think, to have people come to one place, like be the place where all these types of opportunities, at least if not the opportunity, the links to the opportunities are available.
Good idea.
Yeah, I think all of that's great. Any other questions about anything, or these suggestions are great? Anything anybody would like to see that currently isn't offered, or maybe that any other chambers are doing?
I think you guys do an amazing job, but it's my first chamber experience, but I'm really grateful for everything. Chris's very detailed newsletter is incredible. Thank you.
Yeah, I think now we've switched over to Laura Beth's newsletters. I think the last few have been Laura Beth. The ones that were during COVID, and Chris was doing all the research and coming up with all those things. That was definitely Chris. And then since Laura Beth's come on board, I believe Laura Beth's been doing drafting the newsletters. I'm sure Chris has had some input, but it's Laura Beth's work that you're seeing and her creativity.
Good, great job. Amazing job. It's amazing.
Guys, my head's like out to here. I'm gonna go home and be like, oh my gosh, I'm the best. I really appreciate it.
Good.
Katrina, what time do the markets open? What time, sorry, does the market open on Thursdays?
It's 4:30 to 7:30 every week. On Thursday is full and field for the rest until the end of September, at least anyways. We have a volunteer sign up on our website, and people can volunteer 30 or 90 minutes of their time, and it's broken down through the entire season. It's very, very easy to sign up, and it even gives you a reminder email that you've signed up for that shift, which you can cancel or not. But yeah, it's all on our website to make it easy.
I want to promote a lot more of our construction guys. A lot of them finish work at 3:30. That's the only thing. And we have about 70, 80 people on the site. So
Wow.
I'll post it up on our site though, just for people who might be working later so they can take advantage of the market.
Well, if there is an interest, I did have my food trucks end up coming last week at 2 o'clock to set up to serve vendors and volunteers at 3 o'clock. From our internal group of people, it wasn't worth their time to come that extra hour early to set up for them. However, if it was exposed to your construction crews, maybe that would make it worth their time. A lot of these people, all of these people have suffered tremendously through this COVID-19. So any extra help I can get them, I would be really grateful for that. So maybe we can chat about that more, Jay.
Okay, yeah, get in touch with me. I think the food truck idea is great too. So, yep.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
In the next couple of weeks, you're going to be hearing about United Way rolling out a program to help our community. And it's basically connecting our community and how do we help our community. It's funded by C-SPAN and the Washington Foundation. And they are keen keen on having C-SPAN employees come out and volunteer. So I'll get you the contact information, Katrina, because that would be ideal for them, I would think, with their time frame as well.
Oh, it's so close. They can just hop on over after work or before their shift. If it's
Absolutely.
Yeah, so good. Thanks, Barb.
Awesome, great. Well, I think that it kind of sounds like that might be everything for now. I know everybody's got to kind of get back to their work day. So after this, I will send out a copy of this recording, a copy of the presentation, and then I also have created a checklist. So if you are a chamber member and you're like, oh, okay, what did Laura Beth say? What was I supposed to do? I made you a checklist so you can just kind of go down that and make sure you hit all the boxes, and then we can go from there. So yeah, thanks again, everybody, for being here, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody.
It's
Yeah.
appreciated. Bye.
Before you go,
Bye.
Laura Beth, can you give us your email one more time?
Sure, I'll just pop it in here. I'm just typing it. I'm Laura Beth at esquimaltchamber.ca.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Great weekend, everybody.